Hello learners, welcome to our today's online lesson. My name is Abaho Ronald and I'm your tutor. We are going to study a topic called fractions in mathematics. You can contact me at my email ronaldraw76@gmail.com or WhatsApp me the number +256 706 4960 17. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to enjoy all our lessons. Share our lessons, like and comment on our lessons such that we can get your response towards our lessons. If you have to look at what a fraction is or the meaning of a fraction, we realize that a fraction basically describes part of the whole item or a quantity. For example, if you cut a pineapple into four equal parts, so each part is equal to a fourth of the whole pineapple. So meaning that if the pineapple is a full one like this, and then you cut it into four equal parts, so each part, so if I select this part will be a fourth or 1 out of 4 of the whole pineapple. So in the figure below, you can see the rectangle is divided into 7 equal parts. So the shaded part here, since you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are 7 parts. So there are only 4 parts which are shaded. So this means that the shaded part is 4 parts out of 7. So the 4 out of 7 is what we call a fraction, as we shall be seeing in the nearby slide. Because if you look at a number which is 4 out of 7, so this number here is what we call a fraction. So you can see where the position of the 4 and the position of the 7. So the 7 is called the denominator. 7 is the denominator, and 4 is what we call the numerator. So 7 again is the denominator and 4 is the numerator. So always remember what the denominator and the numerator are. So if you have to look at equivalent fractions, two fractions are said to be equivalent if and only if they have the same value. They're equivalent if they have the same value. So a fraction will not change its value if its denominator and numerator are multiplied or divided by the same number. For example, in this case, we have a fraction 2 out of 5. We are multiplying, the numerator is 2, the denominator is 5. So if we multiply the denominator and the numerator, all of them by 2, so you realize we get 4 out of 10. So the fraction 2 out of 5 is said to be an equivalent fraction to the fraction 4 out of 10 because we've multiplied the denominator and the numerator by the same value. If we are arranging fractions in the order of size, for example, if we arrange them starting from the smallest to the biggest, what we call ascending order, or from the biggest to the smallest, what we call descending order, we first look for the common denominator, or what we sometimes call the lowest common denominator. Sometimes we call it the lowest common multiple of the denominators. So that is what we first look for, and then we multiply this, the lowest common denominator, with all the fractions that we have, and then afterwards, the answers we get, we use them to determine how we are going to arrange our fractions, if we are starting from the smallest to the biggest or from the biggest to the smallest. So we have an example here. We have these fractions, and we are required to arrange them in order starting with the biggest. So if we are to do that, we shall end up having our fractions like this. So first of all, we first determine the the lowest common denominator, because the denominators are 2, 5, 3, 10, and 15. So the lowest common denominator of all those fractions is 30 if it is to be calculated. So we multiply each of these fractions with 30. So you can see for a half, we get 15, for 3 out of 5, 18. This one gives 20, 7 out of 10 gives 21, and 11 out of 15 gives 22. So from these, the fraction which has the biggest answer is the one which has the biggest value as a fraction, and the one with the least is the one which has the smallest value as a fraction. So from here, we realize that this fraction here is the biggest. So this will take position 1. Since we are arranging from the largest, this will take position 2. This will take position 3, position 4, and then this one will take position 5. So from here, if we are to arrange them, this is how the fractions are arranged in order, starting from the biggest. So basically, that is how we arrange fractions, starting from the biggest to the smallest when dealing with fractions and quantities.